So the election happened, it wasn't a great showing for Democrats, and one of the effects of that is that as of next January, Michigan Democrats will no longer have control of the state House of Representatives, which means that they will no longer control the entire state government. And yeah, that's a bummer, but what we need to focus on right now is that there is more than a month between today and January. These Democrats, even the ones who have lost their seats in this last election, are still in office. Their terms are not over, and people across the state, including many of the same voters and the same organizations who helped put these Democrats in power, are counting on them to show up and do their fucking jobs. Okay, this.
If you voted for Trump, I want you to go do me a favor right now, okay? Go to the bathroom, take a shit, put your head in the toilet and flush. And if you don't go down, try again.
I just don't get why we can't have Trump and Kamala both be president, and then Kamala is only president to the Kamala supporters, and then Trump is only president to the Trump supporters. And then, we can find ways to identify one another, so then only the Kamala supporters get the Kamala's policies. I just feel like that would be way more fair, and I don't know why we haven't thought of it before. I don't know.
Happy Thanksgiving. I am not going home for Thanksgiving to be with my family. I have many, many Trump supporters in my family, and I refuse to coddle them anymore. I have cut those people out of my life, and I've actually, it's interesting. I feel better that I did that. I don't feel worse for it. I feel better. I feel like there's more space in my heart for goodness because I don't have to compromise my values or my integrity for people that voted for a fascist. For people that voted for misogyny and racism and abject cruelty and xenophobia and mass concentration camps and deportation on a scale that is not necessary and based totally on hysteria and lies. Fears about trans people based totally on hysteria and lies. So we have to take dignity back, self-respect. I'm reclaiming self-respect. Happy Thanksgiving. I love you guys.
You can't run a platform at the whims of one man's decisions. And so I do think that it really creates a massive national security issue for every country that allows these platforms to persist without strict adherence to even enforcing their own terms of service. And there are different ways that we might combat this as a society, but the idea that good speech will win, it just doesn't hold truth anymore. Really, what wins online is content that is novel and outrageous, which tends to be conspiracy, hateful, derogatory content that sort of activates the excitement we get when we read, a tabloid magazine.
Oh, I never said you owed this country anything. Nope, never said that. I said you owe Mexicans a bit more consideration and respect, especially the undocumented ones who you're celebrating the mass deportation of. Because when they're gone, who do you think's going to take their place? Not people that look like me. So anyway, I don't need to focus on this bullshit that white women are spewing all over this app because they focus on me. Yep, they really don't like it when I advocate for black people especially. And apparently black people don't like it when I advocate for Mexicans, so go figure. Anyway, good luck with that. You voted for genocide, you'll have it. Just not the way you thought you were gonna get it.
All right. Welcome back. This is Black Coffee. What's up? So, did you know that the Democrats are just trying to steal the election again? Nah, I'm just kidding, Well, even though that the Democrats, they lost Michigan and all this meltdown and stuff like that, all these radical leftists are still, we still have some of them in office. For a whole, I don't know, how many months, now? 50 days or something. I mean, a whole month. Wow. They can really wreak havoc with their socialite ideas or socialist ideas. So, and what's even worse is that some of these crybaby liberals are still upset about Trump, and they are out there saying that we need to hold him accountable for something. Really? Biden just pardoned his son, who allegedly committed a crime. No, he was charged. So yeah, he was charged. So yeah, he actually did it. Well, two-tier justice system is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. But I get it, it's really tough to be a true American patriot these days.
Loser ass women that I went to college with voted for Trump. The common denominator between these women is that they were fucking insufferable and no one could stand them. Like, what a shock. The most annoying white woman you've ever met in your entire life voted for Trump. Guess what? He wouldn't fucking like you either, bitch. I was mean to some of them and I apologized. And you know what? I should have been fucking meaner. I should have been meaner to you bitches. Fine, the candidate I wanted lost, but at least I'll never be a fucking no personality, spineless rat loser bitch like you, girl. All the loser.
Maybe I am naive to believe that Democrats would do anything about Putin, about Russia, and about Trump, about the MAGA party. Maybe I'm naive to believe that they would hold them accountable for what they've done. They are traitors to this country. Every single one of them. Kamala Harris is a seasoned prosecutor. If she just sits back and allows this to happen, then what's the point of voting? If our votes aren't gonna fucking matter, then what the fuck is the point of voting? And that's maybe why some people voted, because they just believed that it was bullshit. And they didn't believe that it would count. And, to some degree, I don't fucking blame them. So if they just sit back and allow this to fucking happen, I won't vote again. I'll get off every social media platform forever. And I don't care what anybody says. If we're just gonna sit back and allow these fucking traitors to destroy our country, then I don't want to fucking vote again. I don't care about the system, because the system will have failed us. So, I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but what the fuck is the point? So in my heart, I believe that something is going to be done, because I know that something was done by Russia, by Trump, by Elon Musk, and by every MAGA person that backed them. So if we do not hold them accountable, then fuck all of them. If Democrats are going to be so fucking weak that they're not going to do anything, then fuck them. I'll never vote for another one. Ever.
Hey guys, so it's Tuesday at 12:30 and I just got off the call with Tim Walz and Kamala Harris. And sorry, probably should have waited a few minutes. So first Tim Walz came on and thanked us, you, for everything that we did to help. And then Vice President Kamala Harris came on and said that we raised almost 1 billion with a B dollars, which is a record. And she said mostly not to lose heart, that we have some tough days ahead of us, and that hard work is good work and that we need to keep it up. We can't throw in the towel. It was an extremely uplifting phone call, and they just went on and on and on about how thankful they are for us, for our help, for the fight, and to not give up and keep fighting for our country.
Dear Tucsonans, as your mayor, I want to reassure every single resident that I am committed to do all we can to keep our community safe. I am deeply troubled by President-elect Trump's plans for mass deportation. I believe
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back. This is Black Coffee. What's up? So, did you know that the Democrats are just trying to steal the election again? Nah, I'm just kidding, Well, even though that the Democrats they lost Michigan and all this meltdown and stuff like that, all these radical leftists are still we still have some of them in office for a whole, I don't know how many months, how many now, 50 days or something. I mean, a whole month. Wow. They can really wreak havoc with their socialite ideas or socialist ideas. So, and what's even worse is that some of these crybaby liberals are still upset about Trump, and they are out there saying that we need to hold him accountable for something. Really, Biden just pardoned his son, who allegedly committed a crime. No, he was charged. So yeah, he was charged. So yeah, he actually did it. Well, two-tier justice system is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. But I get it, it's really tough to be a true American patriot these days. But I think we can't just. But I'll say Americans don't give up, because you have to fight back for your country. When America is good, everywhere is good. Now, all these liberals, I don't know why they are trying to destroy things, but it doesn't make sense. So when the Republicans say, "Oh, they are coming for your guns, your free speech, and your right to eat and your right to eat a Big Mac," wow, I don't think they're lying. I'm not lying, even though some of them on the list doesn't make any sense. But you have some of these radical left-wing mayors that are in power right now, and they are building this sanctuary city. So it will not go well for them. Tom Homan is coming for them. So there is still hope. So don't worry. Everything will be exposed. I think everything will be exposed. So, but remember, yeah, there are better days ahead. So just stay calm, okay?
Believe they are cruel and immoral. I will work with our police chief to make sure that our focus remains on protecting and serving Tucsonans. Here in Tucson, we know how to stand up and fight against hate and racist laws.
Come on.
Part of our history is coming together with our faith leaders and other organizations to protect children and families from separation. I am unwavering in my commitment to this fight. While we do not have specific details about how mass deportations will be carried out by President-elect Trump's administration, we do know that it will be painful to children, families, and our immigrant communities.
Tom Homan has warned you guys, don't stand on his way. Make sure you don't break federal law, because federal law supersedes the state's law. So if you're trying to obstruct, fine, but it should be within your rights to do so, and without breaking any laws, because he promised to put mayors like you in prison, and you should take him serious. I believe he will, because this is not 2016. No one is scared of the liberals anymore, and that's what they should know. There is equal rights, equal justice for everyone. You're there protecting illegal immigrants, and you can't protect American citizens. How does this even make sense? Anyway,
we do not have the exact details as to when and if Proposition 314 goes into effect. We know that this hate-filled proposition draws from SB 1070, the Show Me Your Papers law. We are a compassionate city that knows that we are stronger together and that values our multiracial heritage. Justice will prevail.
What justice is this woman talking about? justice is to prosecute those who break American laws. They came into the country illegally. What is she talking about? Wow. America, you guys have come like this. I'm not coming to America anymore. Nah, I wasn't even planning. I'm fine just where I am in Wakanda. So, but you guys need to take care of your stuff. If America is not protected, the whole world will be in turmoil. America needs to take care of his stuff so that we can trust. They are the number one superpower. There's no lie about it. And their hands are everywhere over the globe. So let's not just mince our words. That's just a reality.
I'm white passing, cisgender passing, and hetero passing. I understand and accept that, even though I am none of those things. I am Cuban, I am trans, and I am queer. And I will use the intersectionality of my passing privilege to talk to people about things that they never would have listened to otherwise. Now, I am originally from Texas and held all those things constant throughout my life. Who I was at any given point while living in Texas depended on who I was talking to, my safety, and the fear of them finding out who I actually was. That means the codes that I can switch to is just a whole Rolodex that I can flip through. My social ambiguity means that I can talk to people about being trans, about being autistic, about being queer in a way that they would not have expected out of somebody visibly so, or accepted from someone who is visibly so. This is a double-edged sword because I'm not enough for some people, but I'm also too much for some other people.
Is this America? Is this... okay. All right.
I'm not visibly POC or queer or trans enough for some people, and then for others, I'm too much of all those things. This is not me saying that I wish I did not have this passing privilege. Don't get me fucked up. This is me saying not only do I understand and accept my passing privilege, but I'm going to use the intersectionality of it to educate people. If any of this is news to you, then congratulations. You listen to the words instead of judging the person saying them. No matter how you see me or don't see me, I'm going to keep educating, and the world's going to keep on spinning.
There's a reason that Jaguar Automotive doesn't really give a fuck if you're upset by their quote-unquote woke ideology.
I know that
it's
one.
because when it comes to your market, they've got nothing to lose because 99.999% of you cannot afford one. Whereas Tesla suffers from lack of liberal business. Why don't you guys stick to talking tough with things that you can afford, like, I don't know, Bud Light? Because in the real world, there's a difference between a 99-cent beer and a $100,000 car. And the difference is the $99,999 of buying power that you will never have. And it's not because you couldn't do it. This is America. People can do anything. The problem is you're too busy focused on the price of a dozen eggs and a gallon of gas. You're too busy listening to billionaires and millionaires like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy tell you that you need to suffer economically for a while so they can get richer. Spoiler alert, guys like that drive the Jaguars anyway. They don't give a fuck about the woke ideologies. They drive it because they like the car. You hate a car that you'll never be able to afford to buy because the billionaires who like it and buy it anyways are telling you to hate it. While they raise the prices of your dozen eggs, while they raise the prices of your electronics, while the prices of all big box distributed items go up incrementally every day. These MAGA chuds living in red, rural Republican states lost the plot. They're literally more concerned about the marketing strategies of a car that they will most likely never be able to afford to buy. Meanwhile, they need to come up with another $5,000 to $8,000 a year to cover these added expenses to the American economy. I got news for right-wingers. There is a huge difference between refusing to drink Bud Light because you hate their woke ideologies and not being able to afford Bud Light, okay? And when you mix Jaguar into this conversation like you're having a moment, you're part of your own problem, not part of your own solution.
Does this guy even know that Jaguar lost about 10% of its market cap when they put out that advert? Yeah, they are traded on the, I think, Tata's Motors or something like that. They dropped 10%. After that, have it. So that's equivalent to really billions of dollars. But I'm just tired of all these. Covering this election meltdown, it's really driving me crazy right now because the stuff I see online is unbelievable. But there's freedom of speech, right? Yeah, common sense people can tolerate these. But I don't think liberals or those from the left, extreme left, can really tolerate someone's own idea. I look at their ideas and I just laugh because it's not common sense. But I don't think they can really listen to my idea. They'll just shut me down. They'll just report me to YouTube. Say, take down this channel. He's talking too much. A lot of sense. He's making a lot of sense. Yeah, so that's where we are right now. But I'll leave it at that. You make your own judgment, hypocrites. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel and join the fight for this for the soul of America. Even though I'm not an American, but I can really see what you guys are going through. It ain't pretty. Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Black Coffee here. Cheers.